So ours was just 13 weeks on Parris Island straight.
Oh, okay. So when I was in MCRD, right before we got there, it was 6 weeks and then 2 weeks and then the other 2 weeks or whatever. And that was because when we did the Crucible, because we had to go all the way up, when we went up the mountains, it was a little bit harder. Like your guys' was tougher on like the mental because the fleas and all the other swamps. Ours was on the strength because we'd have so many people roll their ankles, hurt themselves because we're going up those generous mountains and rocks.
And stuff.
So they were actually having an issue with Marines getting their Eagle Globe and Anchor 2 weeks for graduating, and then all of a sudden they can't go to the fleet because they were injured. So they were still recovering from the Crucible.
Oh, wow.
So they decided with us to try out 4 weeks in MCRD, 4 weeks in Camp Pendleton where we did the Crucible, and then we'd have 4 weeks back to do the rest of it. So we got our Eagle Globe and Anchor like halfway through because of that, but I think they changed it back afterwards.
Yeah, they probably did.
But when I was doing that, I feel so bad for my dude who was with me. I don't remember who it was, but it's when they split us off to do fire holes, or what do you call it? Freaking when you're just digging foxholes. Like when you're digging like 2-man foxholes, we're supposed to do a thing where you cut it out, 2-man foxhole, make the grenade slump, all the stuff where you're
in recruit training.
Yeah, it was when we went to San Diego. We had to do that in a training thing, and so because I remember when I was up there, I'm almost certain, unless the special testing, it's been so long ago.
Yeah.
No, the special testing didn't go through SOI, so it had to be then.
Okay.
Because I remember when I was up there, we were digging something, or we're digging the hole we just started, and they came up the hill. And they're like, "Hey, Richard or Casper, you have to go back for the testing." And I was like, "I'm sorry," because they said,
"I'm sorry."
He had to dig out the entire thing.
Oh man!
So I went back down the mountain. But this is by the time that there's only 20 of us left.
Yeah. Okay.
And so they gathered 20 of us, and they said, "You guys are now going to do interviews, mock interviews, like you do in the Marine Corps when you have to go up and you have to stand 6 inches from the desk and be like Sergeant Major or whatever when they're briefing you." And I don't even think at boot camp they've taught us that to this point. They just said, "Hey, what's going to happen? You're going to walk through these doors. There's going to be either a gunny or a first sergeant on the other side of it." And again, we're like, we don't know what we're testing for. We don't know what this special tester is, not up to this point. But they decided in that moment to say, "By the way, here's what you're tested for. You are going to guard the President of the United States, either at White House Communications or Camp David."
That was the whole reason why you were called special testers?
Yeah, because they were going through, the one test I tried on was the ASVAB. And so that's where, like, because you have to have a certain GT score. It has to be at least 110, I think, in like the technical something area.
Yeah, probably the GT score.
You had to have above physical fitness standards. So we're like 1% of the Marine Corps kind of makes it to that stage. And I was like, this is exact opposite of what I thought. But also, this is a horrible time to tell me.
Also, this is a terrible, not good time.